Okay, welcome to our lesson on mean, median, mode and range. We're also going to talk about outliers and some problem solving questions at the end. So let's get started. Okay. Just as it says on the screen, so the mean, median and mode are different types of averages, and the range is not an average, it is a measure of spread. This means the range is a way of telling us how spread out the data is. Okay, mean. So I would say the mean is the most commonly used average. When someone asks you to work out the average of something, it is probably the mean that most people use. And you're going to add all the values together in the data set. What I mean by a data set is just a group of numbers or a group of values or a group of members. Add them all together, and then you're dividing by how many values there are in that data set. So for example, it says find the mean of 1, 2, 2, 2, and 3. So all you're going to do, I'll just try and write this out now. So we've got mean equals, I'm going to add those values together. So 1, add 2, add 2, add 2, add 3. And you're going to divide all of that by how many numbers there are. And if we just count how many numbers there are, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 values in this data set. So you're going to divide by 5. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 divided by 5 is 2. So the mean of this data set is 2. Let's move on. Now I'm going to bring up questions here, and if you want to try them on your own, so please pause the video first and then try them. So pause the video now because I'm about to go over this question now. So again, we're going to ask to work out the mean of this data set. So we've got 4, 7, 5, and 8. So all we're going to do again is I'm just going to cheat here and add these together like this here. What am I going to divide by? And again, how many numbers is there? There's one number, 2 numbers, 3 numbers, 4 numbers. You can divide by 4. Okay. So 8 add 4 is 12, add 7, 9, so 24. So we've got 24. Oops, what have I done here? My pen. Okay, so we've got 24 divided by 4, and 24 divided by 4 is in fact 6. Okay, next one. And again, I'm about to go over it, so please just pause the video if you don't want to see the answer. So we've got 12, 11, 5, and 12 again. So we're going to add these together and divide by how many there are. And again, this data set, just make this really clear. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different members or 4 values within this data set. So you are going to divide by 4. Just clear those circled answers. And we divide by 4. So 24, 34, 35, 40. So it's 40 divided by 4, which we know is 10. Squeeze that in the end there. Okay, if you're dividing by 4, you know dividing by 4 is the same as halving something and halving it again. Let's move on. Again, next one again, if you want to try it yourself, just pause it, please. Again, we're going to just add these together. And again, it's 4 values. So 24, 29, 32. And 32 divided by 4 is 8. So the mean of this data set is 8. Okay. All right. Little story here. So 8 friends go to the cinema. The cost of a cinema ticket was £5. They all had different amounts of money. So there's 8 friends. So one of them had £5. One of them had £7. One of them had 3, 12, 6, 8, £1 and £6. Could they all go? That's the first question. Then it goes on and says, what if they shared the money between them? Would they have enough money for them all to get a cinema ticket? So the first question really, could they all go? Well, if the ticket costs £5, this person here who only has £3 could not go to the cinema, and this person here who only has £1 could not go to the cinema. Everyone else has got £5 or more, so they could all go. So out of the 8 friends, as it stands, only 6 of them could go to the cinema and 2 could not go. The next question, it's not said the word find the mean, it's not said the word find the average, but that's really what it's asking you, saying what if they share the money between them, would they have enough money for them all to get a cinema ticket? So really what we're doing here, we're working out the mean, working out the average. If we added all their monies together, how much would they have, what the average amount they would have. So let's have a look at that together. So we're going to say mean would be your 5 plus your 7 plus your 3 plus your 12 plus your 6 plus 8 plus 1 plus 6. And how many values is there now in this data set? You already know because of the first part of the question. It says 8 frames here. So again, just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 values. So you're going to divide your answer here by 8. Okay. So 10, 15, 25, 26, 7, 33, 48. Okay, so you've got 48 on the top and they all add together, divided by 8. So what could you do when you're dividing by 8? You could half it, and then you could half it again, and then you could half it a third time. That is a kind of another way of dividing by 8. So if I half this, I would 24. If I half it again, I would get 12. And if I half it again, I would get 6. So what does that mean, that answer there? It means on average, they added all the numbers together, monies together, and divided it by 8, they would have £6 each. So that means they would all be able to go to the cinema if they had £6 each. That is more than what the cinema ticket costs. So that way, if they were all kind and they want to do that, they would all be able to go to the cinema. Okay, perfect. Right, let's move on. Okay, we're going to go into median next. So the median is often referred to as the middle. To find the median of a list of numbers, or a data set, which I like to call it, we put the numbers in order from the smallest to the largest and find the middle value / middle two values. And we'll go over what we mean by that in a second. So it says here, we example, 8 women were surveyed, it should say, to see how many pairs of shoes they owned. The results are shown below. So one person owned 8, then 10, 7, 11, 7, 9, 15, and 8. Find the median. So we are going to put them in order first. So which numbers look the smallest? Which numbers are the smallest? 7 is 7, so we'll put 7, and then another 7. Once you use them, I like to cross them out so I know I have used them. It's very easy to miss a number, so please cross them out when we've used it. Next one, we've got an 8 and another 8, so we write those 2 8s, write both 8s. And then you've got a 9, and then you've got a 10, then you've got 11, and then you've got a 15. Now what I like to do after I have put them all in order is just to double check. Now again, it tells you there's 8 women in this data set, in this survey, if it doesn't tell you that, please get into the habit of almost like counting the data set. So there should be eight values in your new data set. So make sure that like you count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know I've got 8 members or 8 values in my new data set that I have ordered. So you know you've not missed out any numbers. That's really, really important. Okay, and then you're really just going to find the middle member or the middle value of this data set. Some of you might be able to just look at this and be able to see which one value is in the middle or which 2 values are in the middle. So you could just take your finger almost and put your finger on the first one and the last one and just kind of, and then go to the second one, the second last one, a bit like this here. So I put an arrow here and an arrow here. And then I was able to move this arrow. I don't know if I can move it. I can't move the arrow. So if you put your fingers at the very end and then just kind of work your way into the middle, what values would be in the middle? And in this case, there's 2 values that I really want to circle. I'm going to circle these 2 here. Once you've got something circled, please double check that it's the same amount of members on the right hand side and the same amount of members on the left hand side. So again, if I just use little arrows to show you this. So I've got 1, 2, 3 members with 3 values on the left hand side, and 1, 2, 3 members or 3 values on the right hand side. Now your median is not 8 and 9, your median is the number right in the middle of 8 and 9. This one's quite obvious. We should know what is in the middle of 8 and 9, which is 8.5. So in the middle here should be 8.5. So 8.5 is your median. Okay. And again, once you get that median of 8.5, again, just check, is there the same amount of numbers on the left-hand side and the right-hand side? And there will be. So in this case, there was an even amount of members or an even amount of values in your data set. So it really meant you were circling 2 values in the middle and finding the middle number of those. It really matters how many values you have in your data set. So let me just show you on the next slide what I mean by that, just to make it a wee bit clearer. So this one here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make it really easy. If I was to find the middle number of this, what would it be? And it would be the number 3. Okay. Please note there is 5 members or 5 values in this data set, which is an odd number of values or odd number of members. Again, if I was to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, what is the middle value of this one? The middle value of this one is 4. Oops, hold on. Is 4. Double check again, there's the same amount of members and values on the right hand side than there is on the left hand side, and there's 3 on the left and 3 on the right. And again, you'll notice that this is an odd number of values in this data set. So if there's an odd number, there is only one number that you will circle to find your median. But look at this. So if I just really scribble a line in between, and again, if I just start really simple, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm looking at the middle value, and this data set has an even number of members or an even number of values. What am I going to circle here? I'm going to circle these 2. So there's 2 values I'm circling, and there's the same amount of members and values on each side of that, but the median is really the number in between this 2 and the 3. So it would be 2.5. And again, if I made it really simple again, if I did another example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, an even number of values or even number of members in this data set. What am I going to circle? I'm going to circle these two here, two values in the middle. There's the same amount of members and values on each side. But you're circling two values because you have an even number of values or members. So even before you find the median, knowing if you have an odd number of values or members, or knowing if you've got an even number of values and members, you should know if you're circling one number or two numbers. But remember, even if you do circle two numbers, you still have to find that middle number. In this case, it's 3.5. Okay, let's move on. Okay, again, I'm just going to flash up things like this here for you, and I want you to work it out. So just pause the video. First thing you have to do is get them in order. So 3, then 5, then 6, then 9, then 11. There is an odd number of members or odd number of values in this data set. So what's going to be the median? What's going to be the middle number? And it's going to be the number 6. Double check. Two values or members on the right hand side, two values or members on the left hand side, so you know that that's the median. Okay, next slide. Okay, let's order this one. So what's first? 8, and then 9, and then 14, 15, 18, 21. Let's close this down a wee bit. Oops, sorry, 30. Just once you've put it in order, again, it's very, very simple to make a mistake. So just kind of start from the beginning, just make sure they all go in order. So 8, 9, 14, 15, 18, 21, 30. So you know that they are in order from the smallest number to the largest number. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 members or 7 values in this data set. So you should know that you're only going to be circling one number. And the number you should be able to see just by inspection is the number 15. 3 values are members on that side, 3 values are members on the other side. And that's it done. So the median of this one is 15. Next question. Just be ready to pause again if you want to try it yourself. So let's order them first. So we've got 4, then 7, then 9, and then 10. Again, you should be thinking you've got 4 members or values in this data set. So you're going to be circling 2 numbers. And we'll circle this. Oops. This number here. Oops. Sorry. These 2 numbers here. 1 value, remember, on that side, 1 value, remember, on that side. And the median, remember, is going to be the middle number between the 7 and the 9. If you're unsure, if you're still unsure, sometimes it's not as easy as this question, because obviously the median for this one is 8, because 8 is definitely in the middle of 7 and 9. If you are unsure of what the number is, you're really going to find the mean of those 2 values. So really what you're doing is you're adding your 7 and your 9 together and dividing it by 2 because there's 2 values. 9 add 7 is 16, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. Okay. Next one, just pause if you want to do it yourself. So we've got 2, then 9, then 10, and then 15. Again, 4 values in this data set. So I'm going to be circling these 2, same bit of numbers on the left and the right hand side. And the median is the number right in the middle. And the number right in the middle of 9 and 10 is 9.5. So that is your median. This next one again, so pause it again if you want to do it yourself. ordered it first. So 2, then 4, then 7, then 8, 11, and 17. Okay, so there's 6 values or 6 members in this data set. So I'm actually going to be circling 2. 2 on that side, 2 on the right hand side, 2 on the left hand side. The median is the number between 7 and 8, and the number between 7 and 8 is 7.5. So that's your median. Okay, I'm actually going to stop there. I'm going to split this video into 2. So that's us done mean and median, and I'm going to stop there for just now. The next, we'll call this part 1. In the next video, we'll go on and look at the mode and the range and some outliers and some problem solving. Okay, thanks for watching.